Happy New Year, everybody. Happy 2025. I can't believe I'm saying that, but I hope you all had the most magical start to the new year, one of many new beginnings in this lifetime. I spoke about this a little bit on my TikTok, but I like the idea of embracing the new year and all of the positive energy surrounding it, but I don't think we should hinge our entire lives on it. Like, if it's not the new beginning that you were hoping for, that's totally fine, because there's another one around the corner. And that brings me to the title of this video, which is New Year, Same Me. And that's kind of the theme of my life at the moment, the theme for 2025. And that's not to say, or that's not to mean that I don't want to have any resolutions for this year, that I don't want to change or grow as a person, but I want to grow back into the person who I really am, the person that I'm meant to be, because I feel like that got a little lost in 2024. It was a difficult year for so many of us, but I just became really ungrounded and unsure of myself, even though I was achieving so many amazing things. So I hope in 2025 I can be the same me that I know I am inside, like my truest self, the truest Elena. And I have felt that before, and I know I can get back there again. So new year, hopefully same me in that sense, because last year I was not myself. Okay, you might be wondering, where are you? Or you might recognize this backdrop. I'm currently in Sydney at the moment. I'm filming this at the end of the vlog, so it's a terrible, rainy, grey day. I had the warmest welcome to gorgeous Sydney, and the first day I was here I spent at the beach with my wonderful friend Maddie and Nina, my sister, who was actually here to do some DJ gigs. It took a little bit of persuading to get Nina to the beach, but this was one of Maddie and I's favourite used to be secret beaches here in Sydney, called Cuddy Beach. All of us are actually. Oh my god, that's so I can't see anything. And it's just the most gorgeous, quintessentially Sydney spot. The water is beautiful and clear. It literally looks like you're in Spain or somewhere in Europe. It just feels like this mini dreamland. So I was so over the moon to be spending my first day in Sydney, the first day of my holidays at this beach. We swam, we played mermaids, we journaled, and we talked about all of our hopes and dreams for the new year. I left that day with my heart full, just feeling so grateful and inspired. Yeah, just so grateful for the beautiful people around me. Maddie and Nina, I love you so much. Even if you don't believe in resolutions, I think we can all agree that a new year is a great opportunity to start learning new things, or to simply build on our knowledge of the things that are already important to us. Skillshare has been an invaluable tool for me at the end of 2024 and into 2025. It's the largest online community for creatives, and it has thousands of creative classes in countless categories. One of my biggest career goals for 2025 is to grow my YouTube channel, and I was so happy to see that one of my favorite YouTubers, Carrie Cakes, actually has a class on Skillshare where she shares her tips on managing and growing a YouTube channel. I've previously used Skillshare to help with inspiration for my journaling, and I can't wait to use it further in the future for classes about all of the other creative pursuits I'd like to get better at. I've always been a believer that nurturing one's creative soul is just as important as nurturing one's physical and mental wellness, and Skillshare is definitely the place to do that. I'm so happy to share that the first 500 people to click the link in the description will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. So if you want to take your creativity to the next level or grow your social channels like me, go check that out. So because Nina had New Year's Eve plans, I wanted to spend some time with her and my auntie, who I'm staying in Sydney with, before New Year's Eve. So I think it was the 30th of December that we had a little spa and mood boarding night here, which was so lovely. I went to Officeworks and I had a bunch of images printed out. I had got some posters for all of us, and it was kind of like a mini version of the mood boarding event that I had, but with my two favorite people in the world, Nina and my beautiful Zia Lisa.
Cheers. Love you. Love you.
Fun, but we had such a lovely night by candlelight, again just talking over all of our hopes and dreams. If you haven't done your mood board yet already, or if you have and you've just done it alone, I highly recommend doing another one with a friend or doing one with a friend, because I think that's such a nice way to kind of inspire each other and motivate each other to really dream big and just bounce your ideas off of one another. I do think, however, you should definitely pick someone to do that with who you feel the safest with, someone who you feel can safely guard your dreams, and someone who lifts you up in your bad moments but also in your good ones. And I'm so lucky I have these beautiful women in my family that definitely do that for me. Every single day, one after the other, leading up to the new year and the first week of January was so sunny, and I spent so much time at the beach, which is definitely something that I had on my mood board for 2025. I don't know why, I just find the ocean really grounding, so I wanted to spend as much of my time in Sydney in the ocean, and I definitely achieved that this trip. Aside from going to Cuddy Beach with Maddie and Nina, I spent every other day basically at Wiley's Baths in Coogee. Yeah, that place is one of my favourite places in the world, and definitely my favourite place in Australia. This all brings me to New Year's Eve, and you guys know that if you've been following me for a while, I've spent the past several New Years now sober and at home, mainly alone, just making mood boards in my room. But this was my first New Year's in a while that I actually spent the whole night with somebody and rung in the new year with someone I loved, which was amazing. And just to be clear, I have absolutely no problem spending New Year's alone. In fact, I actually really enjoy it. This year, my Zia and I spent the night in her apartment, and we actually made our own little restaurant on the stoop, on the steps out the front of her apartment, where we could people watch. We had some chips and mocktails, and then she made the most delicious botarga spaghetti, which, oh my gosh, I ate so much of that. And I actually found out it's really good luck if you eat noodles on New Year's, because it means you'll have a long life. So I definitely ate lots and lots of noodles that night. And then again, we came up here and we sat around at this table that's just here and spent the night mood boarding. I was actually a little dissatisfied with my first mood board. It wasn't fully capturing the vibe in my head. I felt like it was the life that I already was kind of living last year, but I wanted another mood board to encapsulate this new style, this new energy that I want to step into. So why don't we talk about that a little bit, actually? The energy that I want to carry into 2025 and what some of my goals are. So like I said, I lost myself a little bit in 2024. So this next year, my word is presence, I guess. I want to feel present and I want to feel grounded in my everyday. Last year, I experienced so many amazing highs and the worst of lows, and throughout all of them, I did not feel myself at all. I did not feel present in any way. I was kind of blocking off everything, and that blocked off the good as well as the bad. I think I remember saying to you guys, I looked in the mirror and I couldn't even see myself or recognize myself. I definitely feel better now, even just this first week of the year, and that is definitely to do with the other goals that I set for myself for the new year, which is reading. I want this year to be the year of physical media. I'm going to talk about it more in this video, but I've been reading a ton, and that has made me feel so present, but also expanded my worldview and just made me feel connected with the world around me. Language and literature and knowledge, I think, is so powerful. So I've really been enjoying that, as well as writing in my journal again every single day, which I let go of last year, and just getting creative in small ways, just little things like that. I mean, it seems like such a small goal to just be present, but I think it's really challenging. This New Year's Eve night was also the first time I've watched New Year's fireworks in a while, and they were so magical here in Sydney above the Harbour Bridge. We saw the 9 o'clock ones down at Rushcutters Bay, and then the midnight ones at the end of Myzia's Street here, and the vibe was just so high. It was so nice to see everybody out embracing and hugging and celebrating as we run in. Happy New Year! I can't believe it's 2025. Last night we spent the night mood boarding. I ate so much pasta, which is, I feel like I have a pasta hangover. And today we're just spending the day at the beach. Happy 2025. Of course, I had to spend New Year's Day at the beach at Wiley's again. And I kid you not, we were there for hours and hours, just laying and reading, getting in and out of the water. I finished my book. We were having so many amazing chats and conversations. I was journaling and doing the artist's way. Again, I'll talk more about that later. I've tried to make it sort of a tradition for myself to have an ocean swim at the start of every year on January 1st. I like it because I think it signifies kind of the birthing of a new year in a really physical way, and it's almost like you're baptizing yourself in the water and ready to start fresh. There's something really spiritual and healing about an ocean swim on January 1st. And to be honest, the rest of the days in January passed kind of in a blur. I was just prioritizing spending time with my family and being present and reading and journaling, like I said. And before I knew it, a week in January had already passed. It's been a while since I've last taken out the camera, pretty much a week to be exact. It's now the 7th of January, which is kind of concerning how fast time flies, but let me update you on what's been going on. I was very, very stressed out today. I had one job that I had to film while I'm here in Sydney that I only got the product for yesterday, and it's due tomorrow. But I did it, albeit with a lot of stress. But I filmed another bed makeover, and I'm so excited because I get to gift this to my auntie who I'm staying with, so she can enjoy it while I'm gone. This is the most dreamy linen sheet set from Sheet Society. Not sponsored, obviously. Peach and marshmallow. So that's what I did this morning. I've been picking up some new things. I ordered some tops on the Daisy Studios sale, which I also picked up from the post yesterday. This is one of them. I also got it in black, and I think it's just perfect. But the main thing that I've been picking up recently have been books. because that's one of my biggest goals for 2025. So I thought we could do a quick like book haul. Let me just grab those. First of all, I also wanted to show you guys this gorgeous dress that I picked up at the Realization Pa store, which is now open in Paddington. This is like my one dress of 2025. I can't wait to wear this all summer long, and then in Italy and Europe, of course. This has been on my wish list for a little while now, and I just had to pick it up in person. Also, speaking of mood boards, this was my summer mood board, and I feel like this dress totally encapsulates the vibe. Okay, I decided to move because it was very loud out there with the road, but I thought we could do a little book haul. Like I mentioned, 2025 is the year of not only reading but just physical media and consuming media physically in general, whether that be reading, listening to records instead of just Spotify, but also going to like concerts and festivals, magazines, journaling. And I think that sentiment isn't unique to me. I think a lot of people are feeling the same way in 2025, so it's nice to have this collective feeling of just this generation wanting to ground themselves in physical media. Being said, I'm just going to quickly go through these books because I want to make a video about them more in depth. But theme here, the theme being YouTube cool girl, female, literary, autobiographical vibe. I just want to mention first that I finished Rachel Cusk's Outline trilogy, which I adored. I cannot wait to talk about this in my upcoming book video. Went and picked up another Rachel Cusk. I feel like I just adore her writing so much. I find it so easy to connect with and connect to. So I picked up Second Place. This sounds right up my alley. A woman invites a famed artist to the remote coastal landscape where she lives. Sounds perfect for me. Perfect summer read. Then Nina surprised me with my first of the Deborah Levy, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, little trilogy of memoirs. I don't know if this is the first one or not, but this is Things I Don't Want to Know. Famed for its cover, but guys, I've just started this. I'm that much of the way through, and there are so many things I've gasped out loud at. I feel like this book has come at the perfect time in my life because I'm questioning a lot of things, you know, as a 26-year-old woman, about my journey as a woman who doesn't want to get married, who doesn't want to have children, and who is watching, you know, her whole family around her follow those kinds of traditional paths. This is, guys, I bought my first ever Annie Ernaux and I finished it in one night. Again, I'm going to talk about this more, but I picked up Simple Passion, and because I finished it so quickly and I adored it, I picked up Getting Lost as well, which is over there somewhere. But I just devoured this and I can't wait to tell you more about it. If you're an obsessive romantic who has never gotten over anything, this is for you. And then when I was in Italy last year, I read like every single Eve Babbitt's book, and I've never read any Joan Didion, so I thought I had to pick one up, and this is the one that everybody says to start with, which is Slouching Towards Bethlehem, another like non-fiction, semi-autobiographical, I believe. So I can't wait to read this. As you can see, there's a theme here and I'm really enjoying being in this world overall. It's been a great start to the year to just be devouring these books. I am starting The Artist's Way in the new year, or should I say restarting it because I actually did The Artist's Way end of 2023, the start of 2024, or I think it was just the start of 2024, and I cannot tell you how much that book changed my life. I was just watching Moya's new vlog, her new January vlog, and she was talking about how she was doing it, and it reminded me that I wanted to talk to you guys about it too. If you've been following me for a while, you would know that I've mentioned this book before, but The Artist's Way is basically this 12-week course. Course sounds a little bit serious. It's basically this 12-week guidance that takes you through all of these different fun little exercises and practices to unblock your artist, because we as humans are naturally creative beings. Every single one of us is an artist and every single one of us is creative, and that doesn't mean you're a painter, you're a potter, you're a sculptor. It just means that you are living your life the most whole and the most fulfilled. At least that's how I look at it, and that's how Julia Cameron, the author of this book, looks at it. Got what I was saying, but basically it's 12 weeks. You go through these little exercises, and the ones that people talk about the most that she makes you do every day and every week is writing in your journal, doing morning pages every single day, just like stream of consciousness writing, and you guys know that has helped me a ton, and that's something I've kind of really let go of. And then also taking yourself on a little artist date every week. Now we're getting into the swing of things, we're getting into the swing of work. January has well and truly begun. Like, I cannot believe it's already the 9th of January. I can already feel these kinds of creative things slipping now that work is starting back up again. So I want to make a conscious effort to not let that happen. I'm getting ready because I'm taking myself out, not to have a solo artist date, but I'm meeting a fellow creator online who I'm sure you guys all know. I actually met up with her for the first time when I was in Copenhagen a couple of years ago now, and she has just absolutely taken off on YouTube. I'm so inspired and so proud of her, but I'm meeting Birta. You may know her from her Copenhagen diaries here on YouTube, and if you don't, definitely go and follow her. Her videos with her fiance and her little cat are just so cozy. She's actually moved to Sydney for a couple of months, so perfect timing. I get to catch up with her while I'm here, and I'm going to Copenhagen later this year, hopefully. I can talk to her about that. I'm so excited. And it has been raining non-stop here in Sydney, so that's not fun. Okay, I am about to leave, and I was wearing a really, really cute outfit, but it started bucketing down. So I've had to resort to wearing the exact same thing that I wore yesterday, which is the only thing I can wear in this cold weather. I stole this jacket from my auntie, plain white tee, jeans. I'm really sad because I really liked the outfit I was wearing. What is up with this rain, guys? I can't. These pants keep falling down as well, and they drag on the floor and get wet in the rain. But that's fine. I've got my umbrella, I've got everything, and it's time to go. Looking back at this video and my start to 2025, I can already see that I'm coming back into myself. I'm so appreciative of the time I'm spending here in Sydney, but I feel most grateful for the beautiful people I've had around me that have left me feeling so inspired and uplifted. This year is truly the year of appreciating the little things, of taking notice of every moment of every day and being thankful for what's right in front of you. What a wonderful start to 2025. Thank you guys so much for being here.